Hello Year 3, welcome back to your fractions video. In the previous video, you learned how to write fractions for a shape. Today, we're going to continue learning about fractions and we're going to focus on whole fractions. Whole fraction. Okay, can you help me count in quarters from 1/4? And it's a quarter because the whole shape, has 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So your denominator is 4 and only one part is shaded. So that's why it's 1/4. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. When we get to 4/4, we notice that the whole shape is shaded. Pause the video. What do you notice about the fraction 4/4? Okay, did you notice that the numerator and the denominator were both the same? So 4/4 represents one whole. When the numerator and the denominator of a fraction are the same, it represents a whole fraction. Okay, here can you help me count in fifths? Starting with 1/5, and it's a fifth because the whole shape has 5 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5. So when we get to 5/5, my whole shape is shaded. Pause the video. What do you notice about this fraction? Okay, did you notice that here as well, when the whole shape was shaded, the numerator and the denominator were the same? Just like before, when the whole shape was shaded, the numerator and the denominator were the same. Here are some steps to help you to write whole fractions, just the same as writing any other fraction. Look at the number of equal parts that make the whole. Write that as your bottom number or your denominator. Look at the number of parts that are shaded. Write that as your top number or your numerator. Pause the video and have a go at writing a fraction and play the video when you're ready. Okay, starting with step 1. Look at the number of equal parts that make the whole. So I need to look at my shape. 1, 2, 3, 4 parts make the whole. Step number 2, write that as your bottom number or your denominator. Step number 3, look at the number of parts that are shaded. Now look at my shape. All 4 parts are shaded because they're all blue. So write that as your top number, your numerator. All 4 parts are shaded. What fraction does this show? It shows 4/4. What do you notice about 4/4? The whole shape is shaded. So what do we know about a fraction when the whole shape is shaded? The numerator and the denominator are the same. Can you now follow these steps to write whole fractions for these shapes? Pause the video and play the video when you're ready. Okay, so in these activities, your whole was only shaded in one color. Here, our whole has 2 colors, so it's the same steps. You look at one color and you write a fraction for one of the colors following these steps. Then you look at another color and you write a fraction for that color using these steps. So I started with red. I looked at the number of parts that make the whole. 1, 2. I wrote that as my bottom number. Then I looked at the number of parts that are shaded red. Only 1. So I wrote that as a fraction. 1/2. I did the same for the yellow, and I can see that 1/2 and 1/2 make 1 whole. Can you follow these steps to write fractions for these 2 wholes that are shaded in 2 colors? Make sure you take pictures of your work to put on Tapestry and share your work with us on Facebook and Instagram if you would like to. Well done, Year 3. Bye. See you in the next video.